Hello, my name is Rick.
Ciao, my name is Millie.
And this is episode 14
14
of season 2 of
Yonks Ago. This is Yonks Ago coming into your ears now. What now?
Cue the song. This is Yonks Ago coming into your ears now. What are yonks? They're kind of like years. Just a father and a daughter who want to know all about some people from Yonks Ago. Interesting people who did interesting stuff, but about whom we don't know enough. So we're gonna dig deep and find it all out. Yonky doodlers know what we're all about. Yonks Ago. Hey ho. Hey Yonks Ago. Hey ho. Hey. Surely.
Hello. Welcome back to the kitchen where it is I, Millie.
And I, Millie's dad.
Yes.
And
But you already knew that from the intro.
That's
Just
right.
kidding.
It's all there.
Two's a charm, am I right?
Maybe people skip the whole intro. They've just
Yeah.
come in.
Oh.
But this is episode 14
Yes.
of Yonks Ago, season 2.
Yeah.
We're getting woke.
Woo!
We're on the Nancy Wake journey.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hectic journey, not
Slow
even
and
gonna lie.
steady.
I reckon
Hmm?
I like this season
Oh,
more than the Ned Kelly season.
mate, how about this? Yeah, I guess everything you're learning is brand new information.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas you'd already studied
Yeah, I was
Edward
like,
and Edward.
I already know this guy.
Yeah. Sure, you learn out some extra stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a fun journey all round. But what you're saying is, if you had to choose, you'd get woke.
Yeah, for sure.
I like where you're coming from. And now this episode, once again, we're in the kitchen, and it's time for another double down.
Yeah.
We're doing the double
Doubling
down
down because you're Chucky waking it off to New Zealand without me.
I mean, it is. I mean, I don't want to say yes or no, but I am leaving the country.
That's where Chucky Wake literally went.
I am literally Chucky waking it. I'm leaving Australia to go to New Zealand, abandoning my family in Australia. I mean, we joked about the fact that I was going to Chucky wake it sometime in this
I wasn't
season
joking.
2.
I don't know if you were. I definitely wasn't.
And now look, the stage is set. Will he be back?
I have not yet started my sound engineering course.
Yeah, maybe I won't return until you've graduated. Maybe I'll come back for your graduation.
Probably.
That's the only time I'll unchucky wake it.
Yeah.
Is all of our japery about to become a reality? Because I am following firmly in the footsteps of one Chucky Wake.
Nailed it.
So time will tell. This double down here in the kitchen could be the final 2 episodes ever recorded of Yonks Ago until
Whoa, Yonks Ago?
Yonks. It's a chunk. When you listen to a chunk of Yonks Ago, you're listening to Yonks Ago.
Yeah.
That's some people do it. Some people binge.
Yeah.
No
hate.
Nah,
Not judging.
Hey, you consume podcasts how you want to.
Yeah.
We don't mind.
Nah.
We record them how we want to.
Yeah.
Normally once a week.
We didn't even have to tell you that this was a double down.
Nah. I know. Again, I'm always saying it, but
Are we really? Like, you'll never know.
yeah. They've only got our word for it.
Yeah.
And I'm a dirty Chucky Waker, so you can't trust me.
But you can trust me. I'm very trustworthy.
I guess if Millie says it's true, then it must be.
Yeah.
She's the good one.
Yeah.
We're two sides of the one coin, and she's the good side, and I'm the Chucky Wake side.
What's the good size of a coin?
Yeah.
Why would you use a coin?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you use like yin and yang?
I guess. Although aren't they that's just the same thing? I guess.
No, isn't like the white side the good one?
Oh, judgmental.
Everyone knows. No, like the light and the dark.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know my yin yang law.
No, me either.
I haven't done my history. I haven't done my research. Maybe that's season 3.
We'll just use light and dark then.
Season 3 of Yonks Ago is yin yang.
Yeah, sure.
We're just studying symbols. We're moving away from people.
Differ. No, thank you.
I've just got to turn my phone to silent.
You're too popular.
Yeah, that one notification that I got.
Hey, you didn't tell them that either.
It's the pointy end. It's a notification avalanche is about to befall us.
I reckon Nancy Wake got so many notifications on her phone that she definitely had.
Yeah. Back in the day, she would have had, her phone would have been pinging. When she was living the life in Paris, and the journalists zinging around, she would have had the newspapers pinging her. She would have had all the journalist mates pinging her.
For sure. She would have to have notification turned off.
Yeah.
Just because there were so many of them.
All the French people would have been texting her saying, say some swear swear words.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but all right, let me drink some of my bathtub gin and then we'll get to swearing. Yeah, she would definitely she would have had...
she would.
Imagine how many followers she would have had on Instagram.
Oh, so many.
You would follow Nancy Wake.
Why wouldn't you? You'd want to be friends with Nancy Wake.
Her
surely.
actual life is Insta-worthy. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't even have to, like, dress it
No.
up.
No.
She's like, hashtag in Canada, hashtag living in the suite in New York,
Hashtag in Germany.
hashtag 25 minutes from Hitler.
Hashtag risky, live that risky life.
Yeah. So
Just do it.
but maybe she would have started doing things for the gram, and it would have.
I don't reckon Nancy Wake ain't like that.
She's made of sterner stuff.
Yeah.
And it's we talked last time. Look, she's come back from Germany. She's in Paris, where everyone's getting hectic, partying hard. Because they're like, the world is going the wrong way.
World is about to end.
The world's going down the drain. I'm not going out without a party.
Yeah.
So Paris is basically non-stop party central, as is many parts of Europe that haven't been Nazified.
Yeah.
And so, look, Nancy's like, oh, the world is bad, but I do love to party.
Yeah.
So in some ways, count me in.
Yeah. For sure. Party.
Yeah. So she's
Send me
finding
the
the bright side.
Yeah.
She's finding the bright side of the yin yang.
Yeah.
She's in the light.
Unlike you.
And so, yeah, I guess that is the yin yang does it, because as the dark side of the Nazi thing grows, so too does the light side of just going out for a party.
Yeah. Sure.
They coexist together in a fragmented Europe that is discovering its inner yin yang day by day. And I did give it a little bit of sizzle that we're entering RomCom town.
You did, didn't you?
Henri Fiocchi.
Henri.
Yeah.
I guessed his name. I was like, Henry.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Henri.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, you're basically psychic.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, if you put your mind to it, if you just got into a Zen state,
I reckon.
you would be able to figure out the entire Nancy Wake story just by
I thought you were going to
sensing
say
it.
the entire universe.
Well,
but-
start small.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you got all the time in the world.
I reckon I could, though.
You go into flow state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not Carl. Come on.
So let's get on to the rom-com.
Surely.
As Henri Fiocchi.
How old is Henri?
Where are you, Henri?
Do we get to know?
He's older. He's an older gentleman.
How much older?
I feel like we'll find out somewhere
How
in
old
here.
is she? Like 20, 23, 24?
Yeah, well, this is 1936. Yeah,
When
I
was she
think-
born? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I feel like she's in the 20...
It was like 1912, wasn't it? It was 1912. It was. 30th of August, 1912.
There you go. You got it.
I'm pretty sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like your memory is much more reliable than mine, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock
So
that
how
in.
old would that be? I don't want to do the maths.
Well, for 1936,
1933.
24. So
Yeah.
she's in that 24 period. And so here it is. She's partying. She's down in Marseille again, which I think was the seaside town where she went to, and
yeah, true.
where King
Alexander
Alexander
the
got
First.
assassinated.
The first, not just King Alexander.
King Alexander the
How dare you?
King Alexander the Dead.
If it was the first Alexander, surely it would just be King Alexander. But then was there Alexander after him? So then it was King Alexander the
I think
first?
you always get a number,
Oh, okay.
or they're setting up the dynasty.
Yeah.
It's like a status move. It's a
I
power
see.
move. They're flexing.
Because if there's a movie, right?
Yeah.
You don't usually say movie one. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess you kind of do, don't you?
No, they
You
don't.
can't-
Like there was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, but it wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Yeah, so
Yeah.
in many ways, the first one should just get to be King Alexander.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is a flex. It is like, mate, we're going to have so many King
Yeah.
Alexanders. My son's going to be King
But
Alexander.
he died.
And I don't know who succeeded him because I've done no more research because it does not pertain to the Nancy Wake story.
Exactly.
It's not the bloody
It's
King
not-
Alexander
He's not
season.
Harry Power.
No.
If he was like a Harry Power, then we would.
Yeah, but all
But
he did was die.
We already did that with the Nazis. They
Yeah.
were our Harry Power. Of
Yeah. So down in Marseille,
Yeah.
because she quite liked the town apart from the assassination.
Yeah.
She thought, this is a lovely place. And so she would spend a little bit of holiday time down there.
Surely.
And she's down there partying,
Oh, yeah,
as
know.
you have to, in 1936 France.
For sure.
And then she discovers this man. His name was Henri
Henri
Fiocchi.
Fiocchi.
And in that town, he was indeed a big wheel, like a big wig.
Ooh.
he was a local industrialist.
Oh, yeah?
That's a pretty vague term, isn't it? Like businessman, a local businessman.
Classic Henri.
And he's from one of the leading and certainly richest families in town.
Oh, I bet he just said that. He's not rich at all.
He's like Mr. Well-to-do, or at least that's what he would have people believe.
Yeah.
Beyond that, she knew little about him other than that he had a reputation of being a bit of a playboy.
Oh,
So
now she's like, gotta get in.
Yeah. So he's a bit of a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he was out there with a very attractive date when she saw him.
Yeah.
And then shortly afterwards, Henri dropped by her table
Whoa.
to briefly pay his respects. Like, oh, nice to see you. Nancy
hello,
Wake.
Nancy.
How are you? Nice to welcome back to Marseille. I hope you're enjoying your time here. She's like, Mr. Fioccia. She doesn't sound like that. She's broad Aussie. Oh, how would your Nancy Wake sound?
I don't know.
You've got such a good bogan.
No, but like I reckon she's not that bogan.
Nah, it's true. She's been living in France for a while.
Yeah.
So anyway, he drops by. Oh, nice to see you, Nancy. And then he disappears. Off he goes. And Nancy thought that was the end of that.
Oh, yeah.
But no, because over the next week,
Does he want more?
She ran into him several times. Sometimes,
what are the chances?
Sometimes 3 times on the same night. Like everywhere
Whoa.
she's going, all of a sudden Henri Fiocca turns
bit of a
up.
stalker, not going to lie.
I mean, there's probably only 4 or 5 places to go in Marseille.
Oh, true.
Only like good places.
Yeah.
You don't want to be seen at bloody Scabby's, like Scabby's 24-hour like seafood restaurant.
I'd be seen there.
Yeah, you would, but not Henri Fiocca and Nancy Wake. They're too good for Scabby's.
Nancy Wake would be on there to get a few chips.
She'd go there on the sly. She'd wear like put the dark glasses on, wrap a scarf around, like incognito.
Yeah, she's like, my usual thanks.
Just practicing some more sneaky business, which will no doubt serve her well in future times. So yes, she's running into him everywhere she goes. She's like, "Hey, is this bloody Henri? This good-looking ladies man? What's going on?" And she's like, she remembers that he was not bad looking.
Yeah,
which
but not extremely good looking.
I think
like
that's her way of saying he was very good looking.
Yeah,
but she doesn't want to like talk him up. But
Chucky Wake, remember, he was described as extremely good looking.
Yes,
and therefore. Not that great.
She didn't describe. This is like.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't think she would have described her own dirty dog dad as extremely good looking.
No, but I reckon she liked him.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Till he Chucky waked it.
Nah, now she's like, I don't remember that guy.
Anyway, so she's running into him, and then she's not thinking too much about it until the following weekend. She bumps into him again. This time, he's got no date.
Whoa.
He's flying
Time
solo.
to get in, not say.
And she's also flying solo. Serendipitous.
You know how.
And Henri asked her to dance.
Oh.
So they're out at the nightclub.
There you go.
And he's like, oh, Nancy, I am here without a dancing partner. You are here without a dancing partner. Perhaps the two of us could dance together, Nancy. And she's like, lock it in, Henri. Lock it in. And they go and dance the tango.
Oh, yeah?
I imagine they were both very good dancers.
Oh, for sure.
Like you can see this section of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Very good dance routine.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
like everyone's dancing, then they go out and like the circle appears where everyone moves out and they're dancing.
And they are tearing it up.
Yeah.
They have born to tango. And neither of them have ever tangoed before, but suddenly together they know how to tango immaculately. And so they're dancing, they're twirling, and they seem to move well together.
Yeah.
And Nancy's like, I like your vibe. He's distinguished. He was mannish, but with a sensitive look a sensitive look, like a manly man, but with like a emotive soul. You know, just the type you want in every leading man, in a movie. A little bit of everything. Not afraid to cry, Henri. Not afraid to cry.
Henri would cry, wouldn't he?
And so, as they're dancing, she works up the courage to ask the question that she's been wanting to know this whole time.
Yes.
How on earth do you do it? Here's a little bit of script. I'll play both parts because it'd be weird for it to
Yeah. I'll just be here watching.
Yeah. You be the audience.
Yeah. Like if it was a movie, I'd be watching the movie. Yeah. Anyway, begin.
Go into your mind cinema where I'm playing all the parts of the Nancy Wake rom-com.
For sure.
Your mind cinema is weird and you will need therapy. How on earth do you do it? Do what? I made him much more creepy than he should have been there. Do what? I can't.
It's okay. You got this. Don't think
Do
about
what?
it. That was good.
Go out with so very many beautiful girls because they ring me up. They ring you up. Yes. Every girl rings me up except for the girl that I truly want to ring me up. And then the air was full of portentous pause before Nancy drew herself up to her full height and retorted, I do not ring men up. They ring me up. Otherwise, they get nowhere.
Nicely done.
Then she dropped the mic, walked away.
Oh, for sure.
Dance over.
Yeah.
So she's just, this is classic status
That
games.
was a classic
This is like
Nancy.
conversational tango.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, if you want to go out with me, all you got to do is ring me up. And she's like, oh, no, Henri.
That's not how it works, bro.
No, you'll be ringing me up or no go, my friend. Time to, if you want to get woke.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
Not even going to lie about it.
And then off she goes. She storms off.
Oh, nicely done. Yeah.
And then, sure enough, he calls her up.
Oh,
asks her out, and off they go.
Why wouldn't you?
They're off and away. So she played her cards perfectly.
Yeah.
Bloody nailed it. Way to tango. Tangoed her way right into his heart.
Oh, yeah.
And so their romance begins. They start living it up in this air of party hard before who knows what tomorrow may bring. And, of course, she's loving it with the bonus thing because she's been living pretty frugal.
Oh, he's a rich boy.
He's molto cash. So all of a sudden, she's like, don't have to count my pennies as much.
No.
He's picking up the bill when we go out to dinner.
Yeah.
She's living the high life. Nancy Wake's like, I can get used to this.
I'll have the most expensive thing on the menu, thanks.
Yes. Because as well, I mean, we might all die tomorrow, so give me the lobster.
Yeah.
What the heck? Let's go to Scabby's.
Yeah.
It's open at 4 o'clock in the morning and I want some lobster. 24/7 seafood.
Come on, Henri.
Come on, Henri. You're not too good for Scabby's now. We could do it ironically.
Yeah.
We go to Scabby's ironically, like as if we would be seen at Scabby's. And then all of a sudden they wander in and it's like, I can't believe Henri and Nancy are here. This is amazing. We're finally making it onto the social calendar. Take photos of them eating a lobster. And it's just like crab meat. It's like not real lobster. No. It's like seafood sticks that you get from the fish and chip shop. This is the finest lobster you will ever eat in Marseille. So their romance is continuing apace.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. Okay, I just lost my spot, but I found it again. It's all good. Yeah, so this was like Nancy Wake's first serious relationship.
Yeah.
This is it. She's been playing the field a little bit here, a little bit there. She's been living it up, but this is the first I think I love this guy.
Oh, Henri.
And she's having a good time.
Yeah.
And so she also said, I'm not giving up my life.
No.
Just because we're in this relationship now. Don't think I'm going to quit right now and live with you and stop being a journalist because I'm Nancy Wake, super journalist.
Yeah.
All right. I was 25 minutes from Hitler. All right. I'm not giving all that life up just yet, my friend.
Nancy Wake would never do that for any man.
And also there's so much news.
Yeah.
Like Europe is just
news is popping.
It's just a hotbed of news. It's newstopia.
Yeah.
And Nancy's like, I'm plugged into the zeitgeist. I just want to keep feeding the news to the people. So let's make that clear right now. We're very fresh in our relationship. I love you.
Straight up?
But
already?
I love you, but
oh, nice.
I will be continuing my life as a journalist.
Yeah.
But if there's any stories that bring me down to Marseille, I'm definitely coming, and I'll be like I'll need someone to stay, and I'll stay with you, and we'll definitely hook up big time every time I'm in town. And he's like, I accept your terms and conditions, Nancy. I would never dream of stopping you from being a journalist. I love you because you are a journalist, Nancy.
Henri.
Your way with words is seductive to the point of absurdity. I imagine that's how the conversation went.
I reckon.
And she was true to her word. So every time there was even a sniff of a story that was like, we need someone to head down this area, she's like, I'll do it.
Me.
Yeah.
Tie me up.
She's like, you sure? It's like some guy thinks he saw a mummy.
A mummy?
I'll do it. And like, really, Nancy, it's a ridiculous story. No, and she'll just sign up for any whiff of a story.
Yeah.
She was on board, and she would just pop in, and they would continue the love story of the century.
Henri?
Yeah. And during the early part of their courtship along the Riviera, Nancy also met and became very friendly with one of society's leading ladies down there. It's not anyone famous, but in that area, I think a pretty big wig.
Yeah.
And her name was Madame Andre Degas.
Degas.
And these two clicked. They were like...
Oh, biffles.
They were like gal pals. And they would spend many lazy afternoons just living that Nancy Wake life.
You already know.
Sipping them cocktails by the pool.
Damn, Nancy's got all the rich friends.
She's moving in some fancy circles.
Yeah.
Nancy's gotten some fancy friends.
Classic Nancy.
Yeah. She wasn't looking for it. It came to her.
Yeah.
But she's like, this suits me.
This is all right.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But she's
Not
also
bad.
aware, all around her, the world's going to absolute chaos and despair.
All
But she's
around
like,
me are familiar faces.
and that must weigh heavily when your life is going so well, but you're aware that the rest of the world is not really going that great.
Yes.
You must have a certain amount of guilt involved in that. She's like, my life just gets better and better. Am I somehow sucking all the goodness out of Europe for myself? Does the worse Europe get, the better my life gets? That's the sort of weird thing you'd go through in your head, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She's like, I better test it. I better do something bad to myself and see if Europe gets better. That's what I would do.
That's genius.
But Nancy's like, nah, I can't be stuffed.
Yeah.
More cocktails, garçon. So she's making friends. She's got socialised friends. She's found her she's starting a little gal squad.
Yeah.
Her and Madame Andre
Let's
Degas.
do one more, and it's the
power triangle.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna the Trinity.
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah, got it. That was scary.
So look, Henri.
Yeah.
So Nancy. Sorry, Madame Andre Degas.
Yeah.
She had a 12-year-old daughter called Micheline. And so there's a trinity, sort of. The daughter's it's like a makeshift trinity, I guess.
True.
Because they would all laze around by the pool.
Surely.
And chat.
How old is Andre?
Evening. Andre, I'm not sure. I imagine around. If she's got a 12-year-old daughter, I imagine she's at least. Well, she's at least 30s, in her 30s.
Yeah.
We're going to say in her 30s.
Okay.
And Henri was a full 14 years older.
They're nonsense.
So
she's 24.
So he's like 38. So he's in his late 30s.
Wait, Henri. Yeah.
Henri's late 30s.
Talking about Andre.
Yeah. So maybe Andre is around that age as well. Maybe Andre and Henri are peers. Maybe they went to school together.
Maybe
they were on a sports team together.
Damn, Nancy's young.
Yeah. But she's old for her age because she's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
She's lived a life. She saw a dead guy with an erection fall into the mud.
She's been, what is it?
That changes you.
25.
Going on 40.
No, 25. Was it meters?
25 metres from Hitler?
Yeah. Do you want to get it wrong?
The more I say 25 metres from Hitler, the more it sounds like the name of a boy band. Or like 5 seconds of summer. 25 metres from Hitler.
No.
I think that's why it reminds me of the weirdest boy band ever. So if anyone out there is looking to start a sort of avant-garde,
or if they
doesn't have to be a boy band either, just some sort of music group.
Or if they know of a music group called 25 Meters from Hitler.
Yeah.
There could be one.
I mean, it sticks in your mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a real ring to it. Yeah. In a good way? Question mark? I'm not sure.
Maybe.
And so Nancy's confiding in her gal pals, in her trinity, that she's coming to terms with the fact that Henri's much older than she is, much older than anyone she's ever been with before.
Yeah.
But despite that, there's just something about him. She's like, he's the one. So that's the sort of shenanigans they're getting up to around the pool over cocktails.
Yeah. Surely not.
Micheline's not. No, she's drinking tea, iced tea.
Yeah.
But then when they're not looking,
whoopsie.
Michelin getting feisty, roasted by the pool. She's 12 years old and she should know better, but she doesn't because she's only 12.
Yeah.
So in many ways, they should know better than to leave the hard liquor next to the iced tea and then not pay attention to what Michelin's getting up to.
Andre, pay attention to your daughter.
Now, so she's keen on Henri. She's admitting to anyone who'll listen, but unfortunately, Henri's father and sister do not take a liking to Nancy Wake. They're like, she's Australian.
And she's 24.
She's a child. She's an Australian and she works as a journalist.
And
None of these things are good,
yeah.
Henri. They're like, Henri, are you serious? Are you trying to hurt the family, Henri? Why are you doing this to us? If your mother was here now, she would be very disappointed in you, Henri. You can't be serious. An Australian. You might as well be making love to a kangaroo, Henri. Is that what you want to do? Make love to a kangaroo? And he's like, shut up, Dad. Stop telling me I'm having sex with kangaroos. I'm not. Anyway.
Like, what's a kangaroo?
I think the dad's pretty happy that he's studied up
Yeah.
Australian wildlife and he knows what kangaroos are. He's always like, I know Australian animals and you don't. Ha, sucked in. I'm your dad. Get me a drink. And they're like, sorry, Michelin has drunk all the hard liquor in the house. There's none left.
Michelin. Silly one.
And so the father and the sister don't like Nancy. And guess what?
What?
Nancy doesn't like the father and the sister.
Oh, classic Nancy.
She's like, I'm not having it. I
No.
don't care. I don't need to impress you. I'm here for Henri.
Yeah.
The rest of you can get stuffed. No jokes. No JKs.
No, full offense.
Yeah. And I think, because we're doing a double down, I think that's where we're going to have to leave it today.
Aw.
Right at that part of the rom-com where there's family beef and Henri's got to make a decision. And
Love or familiar.
yeah, well, only time will tell.
Also,
And by
this
time,
is
I
episode
mean-
14, right?
This is episode 14.
Guess what 14 is?
What?
In High School Musical,
Yeah?
Troy Bolton's number is 14.
There you go.
Yeah.
Troy Bolton.
I'm pretty sure.
Mate, and he had a difficult choice as well, whether
Yeah.
to focus on basketball
Or theatre.
Or theatre. And in the end, he did
Chose both.
but poorly.
Yeah.
He didn't commit either way. In many ways, he should have chose one or the other. Because
Yeah.
I feel like he compromised both in his effort to do everything.
Yeah, I reckon.
Good job, Troy Bolton.
No, because then he got theatre
Yeah,
and basketball,
yeah.
and he was closer to Gabriella.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I guess he was happy
He
enough.
got the trifecta.
Yeah. But what will Henri do? Oh, he's getting a lot of, much like Troy Bolton in High School Musical, he's getting a lot of pressure
Yeah.
to focus on, doing the right thing for
Yeah.
the family and to not
'Cause Troy
be
Bolton's
selfish.
dad was the coach, and
Yeah.
he wanted him to do basketball.
Yeah. Maybe season 3 will be us studying Troy Bolton, the life of Troy Bolton. We've got 3 movies to go with. I'm excited. The High School Musical series.
Yeah.
Look out for that. It's probably more like season 10
Yeah, because it has to be
when
more
we're looking to mix it up, do
Yeah.
fictional characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, I'm not against it.
Me either.
We can learn a lot of life lessons from Troy
dying.
Bolton. Anyway, that is all we've got for this hectic episode 14 rom-com. We're right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
We've got a whole lot of rom. Not much com.
I guess Nancy Wax is funny in her own
she's
way.
she's a funny old lass.
She's a comedian.
But let's see how it develops in the next episode of
Yonks Ago!